Good evening, folks, and welcome to episode 30 of the Monday Weekend Wrap-Up. Guys, unbelievable stuff. Episode 30, we've made it this far. Who knows how far we're going to go. We have a lot of things coming up in the next couple months. Stay tuned. New stuff coming on. But let's get straight into our guests for this evening. A lot to talk about. A bit of a somber week as far as the Premier League goes. First up, we have the Trivia King himself coming to us from Ohio. We have Mr. HoffSpur. Welcome in, Hoff. How you doing, Hoff?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Welcome to the stream. Also joining us, as always, we have Mr. Milothe1st, the international man of mystery, the Dennis Bergkamp loving man himself. Sorry, yeah, we're learning the ropes here. Milo, if you could move to your there we go. Hey, there he is.
Somewhere there. How you doing, guys?
Doing good. And last but not least, joining us is Montreal's very own HighlyUnconivnced. Highly, how you doing?
Very good. How are you, gentlemen?
Doing good. Guys, you know, this is a new setup we have today. So I will be learning the ropes here and things like that. We're going to try to get things, somewhat smooth. But it is the first time we're using this. But first up, let's start with our first topic here. We have the Queen Elizabeth. The Queen Elizabeth II has passed at the age of 96. Quite old. She was... I think she passed, last Thursday or Friday or something like that. I don't know. And Premier League has been postponed, most importantly. That's, from an American's perspective. A man in California who's never seen the Queen. Did you know she never went to school, guys? She never went to school. Yeah, she had private tutors, obviously, for her. She was related to her late husband. Did you guys know that?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone? You guys knew that? Oh, wow.
I heard the grapevine, yeah.
She had her very own fashion designer. It's pretty cool. Anyways, there's a lot of things about her I learned about her this week. What are you guys' general thoughts and feelings about the matches being postponed? And etc. What are your feelings? Let's start with the resident Englishman or British Brit.
British, English, whatever you prefer.
Yeah, Milo. What are you thinking?
Yeah. So I mean, like, I get that it's a problem for a lot of people. I personally was like, you know what, I have no issue with it being postponed for a week. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter that much. Obviously disappointed. I was hoping that Arsenal could get back on the winning train. So from a personal perspective, as far as the Queen goes, yeah, it is sad. And like, I've never been one that's been a massive royal family guy, so to speak. But I have friends that love that whole world. Relatives that love that whole world. My grandparents, for example, when the Jubilee happened, they loved it. They went to London for the whole weekend. They joined the pies and celebrations and all that stuff. So for a lot of people in England, it is a big deal, and it's linked to, if you look back at when the Olympics were held in London, it was a massive deal that the Queen was at the opening ceremony and all the stuff that led up to that. There's a lot of patriotism tied to the monarchy, and specifically Queen Elizabeth and her father, because of he was king during World War II. So those are the big ones. There's a lot of people still tied to that. I think a lot of the youth of today probably don't care at all, and we're in a time where social media is king, and people will say their opinion whether you want to hear it or not. So yeah, I just ignore that, and it is what it is.
Absolutely. So yeah, we are, guys, just for viewers at home, we are using a new system, so just bear with us on some technical difficulties. Milo, I think you got to talk straight into the mic on this thing. I think.
Yeah, the audio's not doing.
It's like going up and down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I've changed nothing, so I just did a whole commentary broadcast with
There you go. Yeah,
So-
I think it's when you look at the cam is when we
Okay.
lose you. Yeah. So you got to kind of like talk right into it, kind of.
Gotcha. I will not look at you anymore.
I mean, you know. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, just let's keep that in mind, just because I think it is. Is it going down for anyone else?
It was, but it's fine now.
It's fine now, right? Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. So either I don't know, something. I'll go like this if it's happening. How about that? Like my hand like this. Anyways.
Gotcha.
But if he's not looking at you, he won't know.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true. Ugh, tough one. It's all good. Growing pains. Highly, what are your thoughts on the Premier League getting canceled this weekend and the whole thing?
Yeah, so, being in Canada, obviously the Queen has quite a bit of an impact, right? Her passing was pretty significant here, not necessarily for me personally, but I can understand why some people obviously feel the way that they do, and it is sad overall. But with regards to the Premier League being postponed, I honestly only found out Saturday morning, so that was probably the most heartbreaking part of it all for me. Getting ready to start watching a couple of games and thinking, oh wait, damn, that's not gonna happen, is it? Yeah, it's I understand why they did it, and selfishly it's a shame, but at the same time it's completely understandable.
Yeah. And Hoff, and any thoughts?
I thought it was interesting that because the government gave the leagues, associations, whoever, the final decision. I thought it was interesting that like the Premier League, EFL were the only ones that did postpone. I thought they would they all would or they all wouldn't. So that was kind of interesting to me. Personally, I think you get more of and I know people like grieve in different ways, and the royal family means different things to different people, but I feel like you have 30, 40, 50, 60,000 people in one place. I feel like that is more of a tribute, and we'll probably see that this weekend too, honestly, this coming weekend. But I think that would have maybe been a better decision. I don't know if there is a right decision, but I would have liked to seen like the minute silence, black armbands, or minutes applause that they do.
Yeah, interesting that rugby union and cricket did not get canceled this weekend. I had my own theories about why. I did read some things about how they did talk about how one of the reasons was they didn't want people to boo during either the minute silence or minute applause. I imagine it would have been a silence. I don't know. Just from streaming the last couple of days, I've seen a lot of people that are like anti-Queen type of thing, and I imagine
people are English.
A lot of them, most of them actually. I don't think anyone that's not English would say that. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say that. I mean, like I would only imagine that at least the people that I saw say they might have been Scottish or something. I don't know. But
I mean, that would explain a lot. I have a Scottish friend here in Canada that was singing songs about it on WhatsApp within about 5 minutes.
That the Queen was dead, or that she's like happy or sad?
Oh, happy.
Oh, okay.
Scottish people do not like the monarchy. So
okay.
I don't know. I just think I saw a bunch of disrespectful shit on social media, and I just choose to ignore it because there's just no need for it, man.
No, I absolutely agree with that. Like, there's no need for disrespect or anything like that. I just do find it interesting that cricket and rugby continued on, and maybe it's like a reflection of the fan bases for football and rugby and cricket type of thing. Maybe football and cricket are maybe less international or something, or or football is more international than cricket and rugby or something. I don't know. What do you guys? Any thoughts?
I think maybe it had something to do with the security side of things as well. So a lot of obviously the police involved with all the games, especially in London. Hopefully, is this all right now? By the way, my mic.
That's good. That's good. Right now it's good. I was doing a little bit of this.
Okay. Gotcha.
Sorry.
I'm watching on the streams, there's like a delay. I don't know how to fix that, man. I've never had that issue before, so I don't.
Do you have like a echo cancellation turned on your in the website? Okay, I don't know. It's okay.
No.
It's okay. We'll get through it. We'll get through it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, the only thing I can do is turn the volume up. I think that's under.
Yeah, just turn it up and then just keep talking right into it. But I'll get if
better.
It's good. That's good.
Okay.
It just fluctuates. That's all. It's not a big deal. It's just
so
it's nice of it.
Yeah, I think maybe the security side of it, but yeah.
I did read that as well. Yeah, security and TV. What is it? TV cars or whatever. What are they, broadcast vans? You know, the white vans.
Yeah, the trailers.
So there was going to be a lack of those as well for certain games, which makes a lot more sense. It was a logistical problem, and like you said, a security problem. Yeah, I'm not trying to, I'm just, we're looking at all sides of the situation here. I'm not anti-Queen or anything. I think, it's personally, I think it's nice to have that kind of that regal figure, that almost fictional regal figure that's usually pretty spotless, pretty spotless. It's a good role model in some senses, but yeah, let's move on from that unless anyone else has anything else to add to this. Yeah. Next up we have a certain Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel. Oh, and by the way, most of the Premier League fixtures will be played this weekend except for United Leeds, Chelsea, Liverpool. Those have been postponed. All European matches will go ahead except for Arsenal and PSV. That's going to be that's been canceled, and Brighton Palace has also been postponed for different reasons due to rail strikes. So that's interesting, and this means that actually for United they won't play a competitive game for 4 weeks until after the international break, and we'll go straight into an away game against Manchester City. So that's great. Cool. Yeah, we could probably talk about more of that in the future here. All right, Thomas Tuchel. 49-year-old German relieved of his duties on Wednesday after Chelsea lost to Dinamo Zagreb in the opening game of the group stages. Todd Boehly has made a couple of interesting moves, Tuchel being one of them after this most recent Champions League result. Hoff, what are your thoughts on Tuchel being sacked? And then we'll get into Green Pot a little later. But what are your thoughts about Tuchel getting sacked?
I don't know how you can spend as much as they spent in the transfer window. I'm assuming that he at least asked Tuchel what kind of player he wanted. I mean, Aubameyang has Tuchel's name all over it, right? Like, how do you spend all this money on players that the manager you have in theory wants, and then you can them? Like, that says a lot about. I think it says a lot about Boehly and about Tuchel. Just their relationship must have just been absolutely horrendous for that to happen. That's the thing that just stands out to me, is how you get all of these players spend all this money, strengthen the team to your manager's liking, and you're like, see you later.
Definitely. One of the things I read about Tuchel's relationship with Chelsea and the board was he was more of a head coach, not in the managing side of things. And when Boehly came in, he wanted Tuchel to be a little bit more active in transfers and give his input on these types of things. Whereas in the past, I think Tuchel would say, we need he would just work with the players as a coach, that type of thing, which reports are that led to a bit of tension, and he didn't want to, deal with all of that as well. Highly, what are your thoughts on Tuchel and the Graham Potter situation?
I don't really know much about Potter, but I have watched Tuchel pretty closely, and I have to say, I don't want to say I'm shocked because it's not so much the results I think that led to that, but I think it's a lot more of his antics, or at least that's what the media has kind of forced us to believe to a certain extent. I mean, I think I tweeted at someone regarding that. I said something along the lines of, like the shaking the hand with Conte and telling him, hey, look me in the eyes and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's negative media attention, and I'm not going to say anything against that. I agree with Tuchel. If you're shaking another man's hand, you look him right in the eye. All right, but I think maybe he was causing too many distractions. I think, like I mentioned last week as well, there might have been there's a lack of cohesion in the way that Chelsea played, because to Hoff's point, they have it on paper. They have a great team. They really do. They have a really good team, and the addition of Aubameyang is exactly what was needed for them to have a complete team from the back end, from keeper all the way through to the forward lines. So it's shocking. I mean, not too long ago they won the Champions League as well. Always finished top 4 with Tuchel. I'm shocked in the sense that it's clearly not so much the performances that led to that, despite the fact that they should have won against Zagreb. But at the same time, like, I'm not shocked, because everything that we saw on Twitter and in the media was just negativity towards Tuchel. So it seemed like the writing was on the wall.
Absolutely. Yeah, it hasn't been a good run for Tuchel at the moment. Milo, what are your thoughts on the Tuchel firing?
I mean, Tuchel was I'm a little surprised that they let him go so quick, to be honest with you. But obviously something's going down there that no one maybe we won't get the full story for a while, because I can't think. I mean, maybe it's just results based, but yeah, I was a little surprised. I think he was a little surprised as well. I thought his farewell was fairly in depth, and you could tell that he's pretty upset about having to leave. So yeah, all in all, I mean, what's next for them? Like, it's Pochettino is being talked about.
Yeah, mate. What? Well, Potter's been appointed. Potter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Potter. They appointed Potter. Yeah, I just stayed away from football for this week.
Oh, I got you.
Premier League football this week.
Gotcha. Yeah,
it was Potter and Pochettino was being talked about,
and also Zidane was linked as well, which is that would have been interesting.
Well. I did
Zidane as well.
Oh, yeah. I stayed away from Premier League this week. I concentrated fully on Serie A, which we'll get to, but it was awesome.
Gotcha. Yeah, So there was another talking point that I read about was apparently Tuchel wanted Ziyech over Pulisic, and Boli did not like that either. He wanted his American guy in there, and Tuchel almost wanted to ship out Pulisic. There was links of Pulisic leaving earlier in the summer as well, and I'm guessing that was from Tuchel's camp, but Boli put an end to that one. A couple other things about Tuchel I found out. He was once a male model. Did you know that? He was once a male model. He said he imagined himself as Germany's next top model at one time. It's pretty interesting. Wow. He worked as a bartender. He was mixing cocktails. He's been nicknamed the Professor by I don't know who. And he's a business major as well. Maybe that's why. But yeah, but Graham Potter joins on a 5-year deal to Chelsea. Chelsea paid about $16 million to release him from Brighton. Potter's got an interesting history. He went to Östersunds in Sweden, a small team in the 4th division, and brought them all the way to Europe in his 7 years in charge there, which is pretty remarkable. For a guy to do. And that's kind of what he's did at Brighton as well, right? His ability to overperform with limited resources. and it'll be very interesting to see how he does things at Chelsea. You guys have any thoughts about Graham Potter's in general? I know we don't know much about him. He's not really a big flashy manager. I believe he's 49 or something. I don't know how old he is. Any thoughts about Graham Potter, guys? Anybody want to?
For me, I know I only know a little bit about him. Like I said, I was doing a bit of reading on the candidates for the job last week, and then for me, it may indicate that the expectation level at Chelsea is maybe coming down a notch or two. I don't know how you guys feel about that. That's just something I was thinking about last week.
What do you mean?
The what?
I just feel like the expectation level there might be coming down just a little bit from higher above. Whereas always before it's win at all costs, and we're going to throw money at the problem, and we're going to hire the best manager. Like now, maybe they're going to try and build something. Bowley's idea might be to bring in Potter and actually build something. I don't think the signings were exactly what they would have wanted to bring in. I don't think they're exactly what Tuchel would have wanted to do in the summer. And I just wonder if from a board level, not the fans, obviously, but from a board level where the expectation level at Chelsea is just coming down a couple of notches.
Yeah,
kind of hard pressed. I'm kind of hard pressed to buy into that. I mean, it's not like the team is that bad. Like I said, they're finishing top 4. They had a Champions League win not too long ago. Pretty sure they won the league recently as well in the last 5 years, at least once, if I recall correctly. I don't know about that, Milo. I mean, look, one of the big things was, when they sold Rudiger to Real Madrid, and then they brought in someone like Koulibaly, like that's tit for tat. Koulibaly is a world-class defender as well. So, when I look at that, I think, okay, well, it's not like Tuchel ruined the team. I don't think, right? Maybe the Lukaku ordeal might have played a huge part in that as well. That's a possibility that maybe we haven't touched upon. How that whole situation was handled, is negative attention in the press, etc. But I don't know that they're lowering the bar. And if they are, and maybe you're right, but if they are, they really shouldn't. This is a top team, in my opinion.
Yeah, I imagine top 4 is going to be the goal there. I think it might be. I think this is the Chelsea way, though, right? I think he was in charge for like 1 day more, 1 day less than Lampard. I want to say, this, and they kind of rotate managers. I think in the last, forgive me, I thought I briefly read this. 19 years, they've had 18 managers, I think, or something. 2 managers have come back, but under Abramovich, they've been the most prolific. They've won the most trophies in that era. Like Milo was talking about, how it's win at all costs and spend big, win big. And I don't think Bowley's gonna be happy until he's at least wins a trophy, right? And I don't know. I don't know about league, because right now this is a bit of a Man City era. Liverpool seems to be, we'll talk about as well, but seems to be faltering a little bit. But it seems like it's going to be tough to challenge City at this moment. But Chelsea could potentially put something together. I don't know. Yeah, good question. It's tough to be title contenders right now. Just with City around, in my opinion.
And Arsenal.
Yeah, that's true.
And Arsenal.
And we're not there yet.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, let's keep moving along. Let's keep it moving on. Let's get to the Champions League. Oh, I don't have the. Do you have a Champions League thing? I don't have a Champions League. Let's just talk about Champions League. Last week we had a couple results here. Oh. There we go. Oh. There we go. There are the results. Let's talk about Liverpool-Napoli. Liverpool-Napoli was an interesting game. And we can just talk about Liverpool as well. Liverpool just getting rolled by Napoli away from home. They face Ajax this coming week as well. What's going on with Liverpool? Who wants to lay it on him? Who wants to lay it on Liverpool? Who's gonna take the risk?
I saw Hoff's eyes go big.
I'll go.
Go ahead,
I mean,
Hoff.
I have
Go ahead.
before, so I'll do it again.
Go for it.
The year after they won the title, it was a struggle. I mean, and then last year they were on for what, the quadruple for until the last 2 or 3 matches of the season, or the cup finals in the last match of the season. So it took a lot out of them, I think. I mean, they played every available game to them last year. They reached, what, 3 finals and all your league games. I just think that the fatigue has just been building, and I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon, especially with the 2 matches every week until the World Cup, and then you've got guys going to Qatar, and yeah, it's not looking good.
Yeah, I mean, some of that. What was wild was, Liverpool are known as this, counter-pressing team, the Gegenpress. Father Ralph Rangnick had taught Klopp well. No. And some of the defending against Napoli was just horrendous. Trent walking around. Trent's one of those guys. I don't know, man. Like I've seen him do that before. He's just walking on the 1-2s and stuff like that. Napoli played well, but I don't know. It's just difficult to see Liverpool right now. Do you think they can turn around Highly?
That depends on Van Dijk, in my honest opinion, because we saw, we talked about this several times over the course of the last few weeks, but we're starting to really see how important Sadio Mane was to this team. And I don't know if that's a cliched thing to say at this point, but especially as an Egyptian, like not giving credit to Mohamed Salah, I'm sure, people are probably wondering what's up with me, but truth be told, that he was the engine of the team. And then I also referred to Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk is the one who keeps everyone together, keeps the entire team together, restarts plays or breaks up their momentum and the opponent's plays. Maybe Hoff is right. Maybe it's fatigue, but Van Dijk is not himself. I don't think Luis Diaz is necessarily if you're comparing them, pound for pound, I really don't think Luis Diaz necessarily compares to Sadio Mane in terms of what he brings to the table. Luis Diaz, if you put one defender on him, he will, he'll be stifled. Whereas Sadio Mane, if you guys recall, you really needed to put 2 guys on him at all times because he really knew how to draw defenders in and distribute the ball, if not find the empty spaces. So I think the loss of Mane is significant. I think Van Dijk not playing as well as he is. Joe Gomez looks out of sorts. That he does not look like a Premier League defender so far. There's a lot that's going on. It's a team that's maybe perhaps getting a little older as well. These guys have been around for a little while now. Henderson, guys like that. Milner is not looking very good. It's hard to say, but I mean, they're still, even without Mane, they're still supposed to be a top 4 team easily. And right now they're not playing like it. So I want to say, yes, it would be nice to see them turn it around. But so far, with a heartbreaking loss like that, like a walloping loss against Napoli of all teams, that's a tough pill for them to swallow, I'm sure.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a tough time. It's a tough time for Liverpool. Milo, yeah?
I don't think anywhere near enough credit's been given to Napoli. I'll be honest with you. They're top of Serie A right now. They're an exciting team. They've got some players that are playing very well. The team's playing very well together. And, obviously, the young favourite, Faratalia. Can't have an episode go by without talking about him. I thought he was good in that game. He wasn't quite as influential as he may have been in some of the Serie A games, but I mean, it is against Liverpool. I also think Liverpool's midfield of Elliott, Fabinho, and Milner, you know, it's just, I just don't think that's going to cut it in the Champions League. I just don't. And I think there will be many games in the Premier League where that will be just plenty to get them through. I just don't know that in the Champions League that is the case. So for me, like Soccer2 said in the chat there, they're going to have a big rest now. I do think they miss Mane to what Hailey said. I do agree. I think Mane was a massive cog in what made that team successful. But I do think, you know, and Nunez, there's doubts about Nunez, but are there? It's kind of a meme subject right now, right? Like the whole Nunez thing, it's a bit of a meme. But, you know, there has been some really good players that have taken their time to find their feet in the Premier League and with an English team. So, you know, write him off at your peril, I'd say, at this point. But, yeah, I think Liverpool, they're in a bit of a hole. They do look, you know, a little bit fatigued. So we'll see what the rest does and the break does for them and everybody else. But yeah, I do want to give Napoli some credit. They're a good team, man. They really are.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll just kind of wrap this subject up with, I think this break is going to be big for Klopp, right? You know, people are just talking about this 8-year stint, 7-year, whatever thing. I think there's you know, sure, you know, 7 years is a long time, right? In modern football, you know, 7-8 years is a long time. He hasn't really reinvented the squad, right? And that's I mean, I posed the question at one time about kind of reinventing the squad, transitioning the squad to this, you know, Diaz coming in, Nunez coming in, Mane out, Milner, Henderson aging. You know, how are things going to develop, you know, for the future? Question marks about maybe Salah, you know, things like that. I think Salah's playing pretty good. I think it will be very, very interesting to see how Klopp does things, because Klopp is one of my favorite managers in modern football right now. I like his personality and stuff like that, and I'm really pulling for him to kind of turn this around. I don't think they'll be title contenders this year, but I do expect that if they make the right moves in January and at least in January and next summer, if they do in January, I think they could put together a solid squad. I do think the current squad is a little jaded, is a little tired, and I don't think I would be expecting great results from them, unfortunately, in the short term. I'm not like, if they do something, I'll be surprised, pleasantly surprised. You know, the odd, you know, 9-0 or something against Bournemouth where they all go off and stuff like that. But I'm not really expecting too much. Which, if I'm a Liverpool player, I'm thinking people aren't expecting much of us. Pressure's off in some ways, because they've just been, the play style of Klopp is so intense and so you know, rigorous that I'm not surprised they're kind of hitting this wall right now. Right, like Hoff mentioned, they played every single possible game last season. Every single possible game they could play, they played it. And then you know, what was probably a really short summer break, and then bang, right at it. So it'll be interesting to see how those things develop. Yeah, anything else to add about Liverpool? Let's see some, I don't know if Hoff, you saw any comments there. Hoff and I, by the way, Hoff and I have the control for the comment that appears on the screen. So I saw a lot of, along with, in that Napoli game, Liverpool had the worst I've ever seen under Klopp's reign. But like, I think like Milo was saying, Napoli played well too, you know. How do you say it? Chalala?
Depends which commentator you listen to, but Faratalia seems to be the easiest.
Wait, where are you getting the F from?
Why are you asking me? I'm English. I don't know.
Okay. I was just like, I'm saying Faradona, and I don't hear. I looked at his name for the first time the other day, and I was like, "There's no F or PH."
No. So the Faradona nickname is just like, I think it'd be like Kvara, maybe, but it comes out like Vara. You know, when they're
Vera. Okay.
Like Varatalia, Varadona.
Okay.
Willingness to do work.
Again. Yeah.
I personally think losing Mane hurt them a lot, because the balance and chemistry is off. It's something Still time to be great, but at some point you got to put your foot down. Yep.
I just hope that players don't start trying to do everything themselves, right? That someone like Diaz or Salah will start hogging the ball or anything like that. They have to go back to, and I trust that Klopp has the ability to manage egos and kind of get everybody back in line. But my one fear is that, in their next few games that they would start trying to do a little too much to compensate for everybody else's shortcomings.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I wrote
prediction comes true, but they're nowhere near as good as they are on paper.
Oh.
That's for sure.
Sorry. I read their injury list for the game against Ajax. Ajax haven't lost their first 2 games of a Champions League campaign ever, so it'll be interesting to see how they play at home. It'll be a great atmosphere. I think I'm looking forward to that game. Henderson's out. I think HoffSpur might have just outlined all of this. Yeah, Henderson's out. I don't know if you have that comment, Hoff. Henderson's out. Jones is out. Keita's out. Konate, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Ramsey, and Robertson all out. Questionable Keller and Carvalho. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Quickly, let's just take a look at some other matches that Paris beat Juventus 2-1. Tottenham 2-0 win over Marseille. Richarlison with 2 goals. Nice to see him after the match. Finding his parents, hugging him, and stuff like that. It was a great moment. Milo, did you enjoy that moment? You have it saved? No, maybe. Okay. City beat Sevilla 4-0. City looked dangerous. Bayern looked dangerous as well. Just quickly looking ahead to this week's matches, Bayern. The big one is Bayern versus Barca. I think tomorrow. It's going to be a good game. Going to be a great game. Lewandowski returns to Munich. Last season, Barcelona and Bayern were in the same group as well. And on the final match day, Barca needed a win to get through to the knockout stages. And Bayern beat them 3-0. And it sent them to Europa League for the first time since 2001. They didn't get out of the group. So there's a bit of feistiness behind this one tomorrow. I'm very, very curious to watch this game. Predictions, guys. I'm gonna say a 2-1 Bayern win, though. I'm gonna say a 2-1 Bayern win in Munich. Lewa injured? No, not injured. Just Lewa doesn't score. He doesn't score. What do you think, Hoff?
Let's go 4-2. No, 4-3. 4-3. Barcelona.
Oh, wow. I love it. That'd be awesome. Highly? You got a prediction?
3-1 Barcelona.
3-1 Barca? Okay. 2 Barcelona. I'm Bayern. Milo, what are you thinking?
I will go 3-1 Barcelona as well.
3-1 Barcelona. Oh, no. There we go. Unbelievable. Alrighty. Let's keep it moving along. Enough of your. Do you want to chat about Arsenal's victory, Milo, at all a bit? I don't know if you saw the highlights. Yeah, against Zurich. 2-1 win.
Yeah, I was able to put the game on at work. What was good for me was seeing Marquinhos get off the mark. I don't think that he's going to feature too heavily in the Premier League, although maybe at times we could do with featuring something a little different. Goal for Eddie as well. I think Fabio Vieira stood out as one of the better players for us on the day as well, so that's encouraging because he did that little cameo against United where he looked fairly comfortable on the ball. And we're going to see more of that hopefully this coming weekend. All in all, away from home, tough games in Europe, right? We got to win. That's kind of all you can ask for, really.
Yeah, I was watching some of the highlights as they happened, and Marquinhos and Nketiah looked great. Marquinhos, they assisted each other, and vice versa. I think he looked really good. Yeah,
they did. I think Marquinhos as well. He just looks so happy to be there.
Yeah,
which is really cool to see. I know he's young, and he's just moved over, from Brazil. Like, it must be very different for him, but obviously he's happy with having Jesus and Martinelli in the team must really be awesome for him. He apparently doesn't speak a lot of English yet, but really cool to see him play, because I was kind of thinking he might get thrown on in some of our earlier Premier League games. I didn't think he'd come on against United when we're like looking for something different, but I did think he might feature in some of the previous games that ran up to that, and I guess it just never happened. So whether or not after that display he'll get to feature a bit more, it'd be interesting to see. But then I keep reading rumors about him going out on loan in January, so for more first team football, but we'll see. I guess injuries can play a part, right? So
yeah. Nice, yeah. But Arsenal, good win for you guys. Nice to get a win before the break. For United, on the other hand, we lost 1-0 to Real Sociedad. Sociedad, a good team in the Spanish league. It was just I think this was a true display of where the club is. You need a squad, you need a bit of you need time, and it's very early in the process. And I hope I'm not going to be saying that for too many months. It's very early in the process. I mean, I'm expecting to say it for the next at least 7 to 8 months, maybe the rest of this season. When the second team has to play and we don't have our full squad. But I hope I'm not saying that next year and things like that. But I have a feeling I won't be. I don't have any wood around me, but anyways, I'd knock on it. But yeah, I think we covered Europe. Do you guys have anything else to add about any other Europe games or
Can
Champions
I ask
League
you a
games?
question?
Yeah.
About United in the Europa League. Like, how do you feel? Obviously, it's well documented, the Thursday night football hangover into the weekend. It's talked about a lot, not just this year that we're in it. Other years, I remember teams talking about it. Are you like of the thinking, like, let's say you lose to Sheriff this week, and then let's say the campaign does not go well. Are you thinking, like, would you be happy given the state of the team? Like, do you think it would give you a better chance at top 4? Like, where do you rank Europa, I guess, on your season?
Well, at this stage, for where the squad is, right? We're putting Lindelof and Maguire in as our center back pairing, and I think just those two alone, putting them into the team, it's just your general feeling for what you expect from a game of football just decreases. It's just for when you look at us on the weekend playing with Varane and Martinez, these are somewhat quick, fast, I'll say modern, fullbacks, or not fullbacks, center backs, and we're gonna have to rest these guys throughout the season. Now we're getting a huge rest, but so things will change. I bet had we known that our we'd be off for 4 weeks, we would have played, our starting 11 in that Europa League match, because Sociedad is a good team. They played pretty much their starting midfield and attack, but I don't think I'm expecting a whole lot. I think the focus is going to be on the league mainly. If Ten Hag can get that second team playing, I think that's a great testament to him. I don't know, Hailey, if you have any thoughts about expectations for Ten Hag.
Sure do.
Yeah,
I sure do. So I don't know if you guys will recall, but last week I had mentioned that despite the fact that Ronaldo hasn't been starting, I think the important thing is we're going to see how much he could bring to the Europa League, and he fell flat last game. I mean, no, he really did. He did. He was one step behind every play. Like, I mean, there were some good crosses coming his way, and he would miss it by a couple of inches. And I kept looking at Ronaldo, and I thought to myself, damn, he is mortal. This is it. This is really the beginning of the end. I think maybe it's a lack of match form. Maybe he's not in form right now. It's very possible he spent more time on the bench than he has playing. And, in terms of preseason, he wasn't exactly training during the entire camp. So my big concern was Ronaldo not finishing the chance, which is what he's paid the big bucks to do, is to finish the chances that he's supposed to finish. And he didn't. So he kind of came up short a little bit. On the other hand, I will say, and I said this to you, Cart, on your stream, I think the day after, I think that was Eric Ten Hag experimenting and also giving his veterans kind of like an opportunity to, he wants to show the people who have been around that he still trusts them to a certain extent. Guys like Lindelof, like Maguire. I just don't think it paid, dividends the way that everybody had hoped. I think it's still important for them to do really well in the Europa League. I mean, it's Manchester United. You're supposed to do well in every competition. That should be our standard as fans. The board, the manager, they have to do better than that. You can't be, laying a goose egg in a Europa League game. No way.
Absolutely. And I think that'll be that's why I use the P word, the process, right? It's early in the process, and that's the only reason why I would be okay with not having a great Europa League run, because we have some things that need to be tightened, I think, on that end. Let's keep it moving along, though. I know Milo took a look at Serie A this week. Let's talk a little. Let's hop into some Serie A. Huh? Let's talk some Serie A. What's going on in Serie A? What's going on?
I mean, feel free to chime in, because I know, and for those watching the show, in case you don't know, we talk internally, and we know that our coverage, a new segment covering Serie A and the Bundesliga and La Liga, it's a little bit like a news broadcast. We were talking about this.
Oh yeah.
So just full transparency to you guys, because you tune in, which we super appreciate. So I'll try not to make it like that. So if you guys want to chime in, I mean, I know I tend not to breathe when I'm speaking until I'm finished, and I apologize for that. But if you want to try and chime in, I don't know, give me a signal or something. But
no worries.
Anyway, so it was a fantastic week in Serie A, and honestly, because the Premier League wasn't on, I really concentrated on it. And man, I'm becoming such a fan of Serie A. And a friend of mine messaged me and said, "I'm really bored watching this game," and I'm like, "How?" There's so many good games happening anyway. So, just to touch on some of the finer points, we're only 6 games in. Sampdoria, Milan, all eyes on Rafael Leao. He's a man that's talked about a lot in football right now, and on eFootball as well. He picked up a really nice assist early on in that game, but he ended up getting a red card for a second yellow for a high foot. I don't know if any of you saw that.
What are your thoughts on that one? I saw that.
High foot was a thing, always was a thing in the past. I like, you know me, I like traditional calls.
I thought it was. I think it was a bad call. Didn't the head coach get a red card for arguing with the ref after that or something?
Oh,
and he was his quote after, I forgot what his quote was. It was pretty good though. But that was a soft red card. It
was soft. I understand why it was given, but it was soft, and that was in the first half as well.
Oh, it was okay.
Yeah, and Sampdoria, right at the end of the first half, and Sampdoria went on to tie the game against the Temen and Milan. But you know who stepped up and won it for him? That man, Oli G.
Oli.
I mean, he's going to have another good season in Serie A, and I'm kind of happy for him, honestly. I always liked him, and he's playing well. So that was good. There, Milan sitting in third on goal difference. I've got tons of notes. I'm not going to cover them all because I don't think it would be fair to everybody else. But I got a couple more I'd like to touch on. Roma with a win over Empoli. Lovely goal from Dybala. That would have made Cultured Left Foot very happy.
And Abraham and Dybala are having a nice connection, I think. They're alternating, right? Yes. Assist, goal to each other.
They are. And honestly, Roma needed a win there because they had a rough week the week before. So it was kind of important for them to get 3 points. They're only a point off the leaders, and we'll get to how close Serie A is. I know it's only 6 games in, but even still. Juve as well. They went 2-0 down at home to Salernitana. Don't know if I'm
right. I think I have a slide for this. Let me pull it up.
Oh, man. They got back into it in the second half. Great header. And then, so it went into stoppage time. 93rd minute penalty from Bonucci was saved, and he scored the rebound. They had a 96th-minute winner ruled out for offside by Milic, who then got sent off, followed by a sending off for Fazio for for Salernitana in the ensuing melee. It was just crazy end to the game, and it finished 2-2. And Juve, they're 8th in the table. I've got to be honest with you. I don't know how you guys feel about Juve. I don't think their squad is strong enough to mount much of a challenge this season.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I mean, Milan and Inter look really good, I think. They got, and
yeah.
there's so many teams, actually, right?
Oh, and then Atalanta, they're having a great season. They sit second in the table. And again, Brozovic for Inter, another goal, so they won. But the biggest thing, after 6 games, 1st to 7th place are separated by 3 points.
Yeah.
Like,
That's good stuff.
Like, that is great, man. Like, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yeah,
I
good
wouldn't be surprised if Tuchel ends up at Juventus before the end of the season.
Oh, yeah. Forgot to ask you guys. I had that written down.
I like that fit for him, personally. And I've never really liked Allegri. Just now they're not playing well. But yeah, I would like to see Tuchel there personally.
Yeah, interesting.
Good call.
Fit.
Yeah, definitely. Any Bundesliga action you want to talk about, Hoff? Let's keep it moving here.
Yes. So
Yeah.
The big German sacking last week was actually Leipzig firing Domenico Tedesco.
Oh, that's right.
He definitely doesn't sound German, but he is. He was born in Italy, grew up and raised in Germany. After Leipzig's loss to Shakhtar at home, Shakhtar beat them 4-1 in Leipzig in the Champions League. So yeah, that was a bit of a shock. He was fired right after the same day Tuchel was fired. And they hired Marco Rosa, who you may remember was at Dortmund last year, who's actually from Leipzig. So he's a hometown guy. And Rosa's stock was way up when he started, I should say, he made his name for himself at Red Bull Salzburg. So he's not unfamiliar to the Red Bull system. But I think he became more known quantity when he was at Gladbach. And then he jumped to Dortmund, and Dortmund were just underwhelming last year with him, and he got sacked. But now he's at Leipzig, and of course, in his debut, they beat Dortmund 3-0. So he got a little bit of revenge on them, and Dominik Szoboszlai, the Hungarian, scored a beautiful howitzer of a goal in that game. If you're looking for goals from the weekend, that's definitely in my top 3. That was a beautiful shot. And actually, Leipzig's next game are going to be Gladbach, so it's just a Rosa revenge tour for his first 2 matches. It's really good. That's just how it worked out. So hopefully he can get them up the table a little bit more. And speaking of up the table, Union Berlin are top of the Bundesliga. It is September 12th. Bayern Munich is in 3rd place behind Freiburg. Union beat Cologne 1-0 off of a weird deflected goal. But they got full points, and also helped that Bayern drew again 3 games in a row now. They drew against Stuttgart 2-2, a late penalty, stoppage time, second half, from a mistimed Delict tackle in the box, and Stuttgart got away with a point. And in that game, in the Bayern-Stuttgart game, Matthias Tell scored for Bayern, who they just got from Rennes. And he's 17 years old and some change, but he's the youngest Bundesliga scorer for Bayern Munich ever with that goal. And there were a bunch of clubs trying to get him on loan after Munich had bought him, but they said no, we actually are going to play this kid in the Bundesliga, and he's paying it off right now, paying off their confidence in him right now.
You said he was bought this summer?
Yeah, just this summer.
Yeah. So there's rumors of Harry Kane going to Bayern Munich. I wonder if and this guy plays up the middle, right? Striker? Tell.
Mhm.
I wonder if they're looking at him as a long-term prospect at the 9, or word of your boy Harry Kane. Sorry to jump this on you, leaving
okay.
leaving Spurs. I don't know.
I
But
mean,
yeah.
I'll keep hearing it until I don't. So
Exactly. But yeah, nice little Bundesliga. I'll quickly hop into a little bit of Spain before we get into our games. Couple big injuries this weekend. One for Real Sociedad, new signing Umar Sadiq, who just signed from Almeria. He is out. The 25-year-old needs a cruciate ligament. He tore his cruciate ligament in his right knee, so he's out for the rest of the season, most likely, in a 2-1 defeat to Getafe. And he was a big prospect. Also for Betis, their forward Juanmi, or Juan Miguel Jimenez Lopez, who goes by Juanmi. He tore his also ligaments in his left ankle, so he'll be out for a while. Betis beat Villarreal 1-0 though. Barca, let's just talk Barca. Madrid real quick. Madrid now still perfect, 5 wins out of 5. Only team in Europe to do so. They went 1-0 down, but right before the second half, and you guys got to see this goal. Most of you guys have probably seen it. An amazing hit by Valverde. Runs down the pitch, curls it in with his left foot. Some people are saying it's De Bruyne-esque. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it is. I don't know. But great goal from him. And then Vinicius scored in the 72nd minute to put them in lead. And then Rodrigo had a beautiful goal where he kind of dribbled through the defense and scored a great little fake the keeper type of situation and tucked it away. And Rudiger added a fourth later in the 93rd minute. Other news was Barcelona versus Cadiz. Barcelona, they ended up winning 4-0. They scored a goal, and then immediately Xavi made a bunch of changes. They brought on Dembele, Lewa, and Pedri, who are all, I assume, are going to start against Bayern tomorrow. And Lewa scored, Ansu scored, but in the midst of all this, and around the 80th minute, there was a medical emergency in the stadium. It's a bit of a scary moment. The play stopped for 50 minutes. There's like a video of the Cadiz goalkeeper like throwing a defibrillator into the stands. Pretty wild stuff. The person had a stroke, but he is recovering he recovered in the hospital, and also a cameraman fainted in this whole situation. So that had to be a wild situation. Other scores: Atleti 4, Celta Vigo 0. I just want to talk about Diego Simeone. Call me anti-football lover, who hates the poor now. I don't hate the poor, by the way. I don't. I don't. And basically, Diego Simeone, they play some amazing football. Obviously, when they're playing Barca and Madrid, that's when you guys see them, or in the Champions League when they got to grind out a 1-0. They do set up with a 5-4-1, but they have such a dynamic 5-4-1, and then when they need to go attacking, they do the 5-3-1. I quickly just want to talk about Antoine Griezmann. I don't know if you guys are aware of his contract situation, but he was on a 1-year deal, loan deal last season. In 2021, he went on loan to Madrid with an option to extend his loan. And let me just see the exact details here. So the permanent transfer fee is 40 million if he plays a certain amount of games by 2023. So to trigger the mandatory option for the purchase, it was in the contract that Griezmann needed to play at least 45 minutes in 14 matches for Atletico Madrid. So far, he's played 165 minutes across 6 games and scored 3 goals. Basically, they're talking about if in the first year of his loan spell, he would have met that clause. But since they extended his loan deal for an extra 2 years, then it's like a percentage of the games he has to play is changed, right? So now he comes on like clockwork in the 60th minute of each game. He does not start. And sometimes he might not even play, but he just comes on in the 60th minute exactly and plays the rest of the game, which is a really interesting situation. And Barcelona are threatening legal action about this because last season he played 80% of Atletico's games, and the clause is he has to play 50% of Atletico's games. Anyways, pretty interesting stuff. Other results: Sevilla won 2-1, and Vallecano beat Gattuso's Valencia 2-1. And Gattuso was talking about going to meet the owners, and his wife's going to be on. Just classic Gattuso line. I should have had the line here, but guys, we're hitting the end of the show here. Let's play some games. Let's lighten the mood. You know, we're all very somber from events in England. Sorry, I don't mean to make fun of the. I'm not trying to make fun of the Queen's death here, guys. By the way, I'm just Premier League was canceled, so we're all a little somber because of that. Extension, the Queen. Extension from a non.
I watched Serie A. It was great.
Okay, I don't mean to offend any any British people in chat. Or anything, it's a bummer, no one wants. I'll say it. I like the Premier League more than the Queen. I'm just gonna say it.
Whoa.
That's
yeah,
fair.
I know.
That's fair.
Exactly, Joe.
And the Queen is poor.
The Queen is actually, in my notes, she's actually not the richest person in Britain, by the way. She is not the richest person. The Queen's net worth is estimated by the Sunday Times £370 million, or $430 million. Comes from her investments, jewels, and 2 castles. But as far as royals go, the monarch's fortune seems modest in comparison to many others in the UK, including the Duke of Westminster, whose net worth is around $10 billion.
Jeez.
So she's just a 300 million Andy. She's nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, speaking of rich people, you wanted one of them to buy Man United desperately about 3 weeks ago. Is that still agenda? Or is now that you've won a couple of games, everything's right with the world and you guys are happy with your owners again?
I was never. I hate to say this, guys, but I understand Glazers out, but I was never Glazers out. Sure, Glazers out, Glazers in. I don't think it matters a whole lot. But yeah,
3 weeks ago.
Yeah, there was a movement.
Amazing.
There was a movement.
Amazing how quickly things change.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The Queen adores corgis as well, by the way.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. She did. Yeah.
Yeah, she had 8 decades of happy corgi ownership, according to this website. Okay. Are we ready for some categories, guys?
Let's do it.
Sure.
Alrighty.
I just want to say one last thing.
Oh yeah, say whatever you want, dude. We've totally we've been ranting on our news league line. Go ahead.
No, it's good. You guys keep me informed, especially with regards to the Bundesliga. It's the one league that I don't watch. To be honest, football has been incredible so far, right? It's always good. But I don't know that I've ever seen, and I was having this conversation with my dad just a few days ago. I don't know that I've seen football be as exciting as it is right now. Obviously, leading up to the World Cup, I think everybody has a dog in the fight. They want to prove that they're starters, that they belong in the starting 11 for all of their respective national squads. But I'm just enthralled how Milo's becoming more and more of a fan of Serie A. Well, yeah, because it's been electrifying football to watch. Same thing with La Liga, Barca, Real Madrid. It's amazing to watch the youth players develop, their academy players come up the ranks and actually become the superstars that they've been touted to be. Yeah, I just want to say overall, the Champions League, even the Europa League, there isn't a single game that hasn't interested me so far. So I don't know if other people feel the same way, but this has been one of the most exciting starts to a football season in my lifetime.
I'd go along with that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, we gotta kind of sit back and take it in sometimes,
97 when we got Bergkamp. I mean, that was fucking exciting. I don't know that I can put it past that, but yeah.
Jesus, man, it's all about Jesus.
Oh, dude, Jesus. I'm excited about that too, but Dennis was a whole nother level of excitement for me at that time.
Yeah, he's a legend, right? So
yeah.
Alrighty, Hoff, are we ready for some categories?
Yes.
All right. What is the category
The
for today?
first category. Remember, no repeats. I see
No repeats.
cart to my right.
I am closing chats, guys.
So we'll start cart, Highly, Milo in that order for round one. Sorry, Milo.
Okay.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, it is? Oh, I'm sorry. We'll go reverse. Milo, Highly, cart. There we go.
By the way, I'm in the top
Yes.
right because of this thing over here. So I don't want to
It still
interfere.
might not help me, by the way, Hoff, but who knows?
All right, let me get a pen.
Category.
All right, first category.
Clubs who have won at least 5 European trophies. And the trophies are the Champions League / European Cup, the Europa League / UEFA Cup, the Europa Conference League, which has one team so far, the Cup Winners' Cup, the Super Cup, the Intertoto Cup, and the Intercontinental Cup. So
Oh my
some of
God.
those don't exist anymore.
Right, right.
And 15 clubs have won at least 5 of those.
Oh wow.
A total, because some teams have won the Champions League more than once, so 5 total.
Wait. So they just have to have won 5 of those trophies.
5.
Yeah, any collection of 5
multiples.
Champions leagues.
Yeah.
Not like
Or-
5 Intertoto Cups.
No, I mean
You could.
Yeah,
You could.
Yeah.
any 5, any combination of 5 at
Okay.
least.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So
I think I got
we're
Dread.
gonna start.
Whoa. Who is first here?
I'm going first.
Oh,
I'll
okay,
go
okay.
We're
Oh,
gonna-
sorry.
Because last week
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
last.
he was
in the order.
last.
Oh shit.
So,
last
so he reversed
Sorry.
it this week.
No, I'm just mad that that was the only one I had locked.
Yeah, I know.
Sure.
Real Madrid.
Okay.
Highly's next. Highly's
Highly
next.
is up.
Oh, we're going. Okay, cool.
Chelsea.
Chelsea is correct with 8.
What? Chelsea. Okay.
Real Madrid have 24, by the way.
European trophies, really? I'll say AC Milan.
AC Milan number 2 with 17.
All right.
Back to Milo.
Okay. Barcelona.
Barcelona, yes. 14, number 3.
Whew.
Over to Highly.
I'm gonna go with my gut. Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich, yes. 12.
Bayern Munich. All right. And now I'm going to go with a team that has definitely won 4, and I'm guessing has won a 5th. That is the one and only, the greatest club on the face of the earth, Manchester United.
They that is correct. They've won 7, actually.
Yeah, okay. That was close. Milo, the clock is ticking.
No, it's not. Do I take a risk? Or a lesser risk?
Take a risk.
Do it. Do it.
Take a chance.
Juventus.
Juventus with 11, correct.
All right.
Nice. That was going to
Should've
be one of my
taken a smaller
guesses.
risk. That's exactly what I was gonna say. All right, I'm rolling the dice here. Manchester City.
Manchester City, incorrect.
No chance.
I curse Milo.
Not to you, Highly, just to
You were going Juve, were you?
100%.
I'm sorry, bro.
I gotta go with. I'm gonna go with Ajax.
Ajax. I have. Oh, yes, that is correct.
Don't scare me like that. Don't scare me like that.
I already marked them as.
Jesus.
No one said them. So
Okay.
that was a clerical error. That is correct. All right, to Milo.
Okay.
All right, now we're digging.
There are.
The clock's ticking.
2, 3.
You might be digging. I'm waiting for the
7
clock.
Clubs left. 7 clubs left.
7 left.
I'm just waiting for the clock. What's the clock at, Hoff, by the way? Shot clock?
Oh, I need the shot clock. Shoot. All right.
All right. I'm going with, and this would have been from a long time ago.
Okay.
Ooh.
So it's going to be like taking into account some of those other cups. FC Porto.
FC Porto is correct.
Yes.
Wow.
That's a deep
Oh my
cut.
God.
7, actually.
Nice.
I'll go with Liverpool.
Nice.
Liverpool have won 13.
I can't believe no one said Liverpool up to now.
Yeah. All right, here we
I swore, let me. There you go.
There you go. There we go.
We're cleaning this list up pretty good. 2, 3, 5 clubs left. So we've got 10 out of 15 so far.
Who's up, me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Are you sure it's not Cart?
Conveniently.
He just said Liverpool correctly.
Damn it.
Conveniently.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
He doesn't know whose turn it is. Conveniently. This is tough though now.
Yeah, no, hang on.
Getting
hang
the
on.
slim pickings.
Just putting down guesses.
Borussia Dortmund.
Incorrect.
Oh, I just wrote them down as well.
All right, Cart, you gotta name one.
Oh, I got to get one right?
Yep, yeah, because it's the beginning.
Oh.
Yep, you gotta name it.
Okay.
There are 5.
Can I just say my what I have written down here? Because it doesn't matter, right? I mean I'm going to pick one. I have Roma, Inter, Benfica, or Sevilla. I know Sevilla won a bunch. Benfica, I feel like was like an old school good team. So I'm gonna go with, but I know Sevilla's won a lot. But how much have they won? I'll go with Benfica.
Benfica is incorrect.
Fuck. Oh wait, was I not supposed to guess? Tell my other guesses.
Does it go back?
Oh, it goes back to you now. Oh, I shouldn't have said that then.
No, because
Oh, I thought it was over. It was a tie.
Okay.
Oh shit.
there are no
So-
ties.
You can't say what I said.
With Sevilla.
Fucking hell.
Sevilla is correct.
Fuck.
All right,
Okay.
Cart,
Okay.
Continue the game.
Okay.
There are 4 clubs left that have not been named.
Okay. So like. Okay. Oh, 4 clubs. Oh wow.
We had 5, and then you both punted.
Someone
on
someone said Chelsea already, right?
one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they did.
I don't
You
think
did,
Arsenal's
actually.
won enough. I need an answer quickly though.
Yeah, the clock is ticking.
I know.
Somebody-
I know the clock is ticking. I'm very aware. I'll go with.
All
I
right.
can't even think of a team. I'll just go with what I have written down. I'll go with Roma. One of the no.
Roma's incorrect.
Son of a bitch, Sevilla. Fucking Sevilla.
Milo gets the point. Real Madrid, AC Milan, Barcelona, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Juventus, Ajax, Inter Milan.
Oh, that's the other one I had.
Inter
Yep.
were my next one. I had Inter.
Chelsea, Atletico,
Atletico.
United, Porto, Sevilla, Anderlecht, and Valencia with 5 apiece.
I had Inter and Sevilla written down, and I gave it away. I gave it away to you,
I had
Milo.
Atletico and Inter written
I
down.
gave it away, son of a bitch.
All right. Category
All right.
number 2.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Highly is going to start this round. So Highly, Cart,
Okay.
Milo.
Okay.
This one
Oh, I gotta
is
close
going
chat.
to be
Close chat.
it's going to be a player category, and the category is the 22 players, so both teams starting 11s from the 2020/21 Euro final, UEFA Euro final.
Okay. Nice. I like it.
So only starters, no subs. The 22 players that started on the pitch. And Highly kick us off.
This is kind of hard because it's like, did they?
I don't even
play?
remember who
You're like,
played.
did they? Oh, whoa! Hold on.
Last summer.
Can-
I said 2020 because that's the name of the tournament, but they played in
Yeah.
2021.
Should
Wait,
should
wait,
we
wait,
say the
the-
teams? Or no?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Okay.
What-
England v Italy.
Italy.
England beat
Okay,
Italy.
I was thinking Europa League for some reason. I was like,
Oh no, yeah.
I don't
the Euro.
care. No. Okay, I'm gonna go. Let's start with Harry Kane.
Harry Kane is correct.
That was a nod to you, Hoff.
Thank you.
Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire is correct.
Raheem Sterling.
Raheem Sterling, yes.
Let's go with Donnarumma.
Donnarumma, yes.
Chiellini.
Chiellini, yes.
Let's go. You guys have thrown me by switching to Italy. Like it's totally
Yeah.
through my fucking.
I
brain.
wondered if you were just going to go through England and then go through Italy.
Pickford.
Pickford, yes.
Luke. Oh! It's not my turn. sorry. I almost gave it away.
Yep.
Did I give it away?
You did give it away.
Fuck.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, I
I
keep
don't know
cursing. Why am I cursing so much in these games? Jesus.
Means a lot.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna say Immobile.
Immobile, yes.
Oh, thank you. Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw, correct.
I got your cart.
Appreciate that.
I would have taken Luke Shaw if I heard it.
Calvin Phillips.
Calvin Phillips, correct.
Bernardeschi.
Ooh.
Bernardeschi did not start.
He didn't start.
That is incorrect.
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice is correct.
This is why I don't go to the casino. I don't gamble.
Chiesa. Was he
Chiesa.
injured?
Yeah.
Nope, he started. Correct.
He's in.
Oh my god.
That was the name that I had written down. Right.
Oh
think-
no!
And I went with Fernando. Boy.
I think Chiellini started. No, not Chiellini. Bonucci. Sorry, I said Chiellini.
Bonucci, yes.
Yep, Bonucci.
Correct.
Where am I at with England? We've done goalie. I've got the other centre back to do.
hmm
It was Maguire and who?
Well, okay. Yeah.
Fuck, I'll have to come back to that. Insigne.
Lorenzo Insigne.
I can't say his name. Insigne?
I'm not sure on this one. Emerson?
Emerson, yes, for Italy.
Really?
Wow.
Because Spinazzola was hurt.
Yeah, he got injured in the.
And I just told you who wasn't starting for him.
There you go. Yeah. Oh man.
Is it my go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
1, 2, 4. There are 4 for each team left.
My god. Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker's correct.
I thought we said that already.
Nice.
No?
No one said it yet.
Oh, come on. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
I don't know. For some reason, I feel like this guy was. No, he wasn't injured. Jorginho.
Jorginho, yes, that's correct. All right, so it's 3 and 3 now. 3 Italians and 3 English. Ooh, we might do it.
Who else played? Maguire? Shaw, Maguire.
I mean, I have guesses on the. I have guesses on the England side. I'm trying to think of the Italian side.
John Stones.
John Stones is correct.
Stones, yeah.
Nice.
Oh man, I can't remember if this guy was a sub or not.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Take it from me. Don't gamble.
Okay. I don't think. I think Verratti was injured. I'm gonna gamble.
Okay.
I have a feeling this guy was a sub though.
Uh-oh.
Not Jadon Sancho, not Rashford. I think Grealish came on as a sub. I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna say Bukayo Saka.
Saka did not start.
He was a sub.
That is incorrect.
Sub, yeah. I would
All
have
right,
said Saka,
you got to get this right. I think Milo, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah,
Because Highly started the round.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have said Saka instantly, by the way, if he was a starter.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Don't look at chat.
I'm not looking at. I'm looking.
I thought I saw a glance. I'm just gonna say.
all over the
Thought I
place.
saw a glance. I'm watching. I'm an eye reader. I'm an eye reader. You guys don't know where my eyes are.
Carl.
Oh, that's true. You don't know where my eyes are.
And
So
two
we can see the
English.
chat in your glasses.
I could be cheating easily right now.
Why have I been doing that?
I all but accused you.
I need your name.
Either Italian or English.
How many English players are left?
There are 2 English players left, and there are
Oh!
Italian players left.
There's 2 English players left, and we did
I know who it is.
we did Sterling, Kane,
You saw it.
we did Maguire, Stones, Shaw, Walker, Phillips, Rice. So we're missing that attacking midfielder. Mason Mount.
Mason Mount is correct.
That's correct.
Nice.
Milo
Easy.
wins 2-0.
Easy.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Donnarumma,
Unbelievable.
Lorenzo, Bonucci,
Di Lorenzo.
Emerson, Jorginho, Barella, Verratti,
Barella. El Verratti started.
Chiesa, Insigne, Immobile for Italy, and then we have Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire as the 3 center backs, Trippier and Shaw on the outside, Phillips, Rice in the middle, Mount, Sterling, Kane up top.
Damn.
Mentioned Sterling, did we?
Wait, who
Yeah, we
else
got
was
Sterling.
it? Yeah, but I said Sterling first. Yeah, who was the other England player? Sorry, Hoff, I missed that.
Trippier.
Trippier. and
Trippier.
played.
Yeah, Walker was outside center back.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have got that.
Trippier.
And Walker. It's unusual for them both to play, right?
Yeah.
So
Walker
I
does
don't
that
think I
outside center back.
would- Yeah.
Mhm.
And I
Son
never
of a
would've got
sea biscuit.
I never would have got Di Lorenzo or Emerson.
So close.
And we still
So
have
far.
the 2 tiebreaker categories that are going to be absolute killers if we ever get to them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think we have time for the quiz tonight, guys. We're right at that. We're at 9. It's midnight on the East Coast. Alrighty, guys. Any final thoughts and or prayers or anything you want to say? Prayers.
Dear the Queen. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I was gonna ask you about that, but I don't want to like make it controversial.
It isn't controversial.
Well, I mean, like, what was your like earliest memory of the Queen? Can you remember it?
Yeah, it would have been going to Buckingham Palace with like the school and walking from Marble Arch down the Mall to Buckingham Palace and seeing the change of the guard at the Queen's, unofficial residence. That's like a thing for kids in England, or it was.
It's like
It probably
like
isn't now.
it's like in junior high in the States, you take a trip to the Capitol and you do a
Exactly.
tour type of thing. So like everyone in all the kids in Britain go to see the house of the Queen type of thing.
And if the royal standard was raised, like the flag, they have their own royal standard. If that flag was raised, then the Queen was there. That was
Okay.
That was all the talk, right? So like, but the changing of the guard is a big deal.
Right.
Like, a lot of people, not now, but like I said earlier in the show, a lot of people, a lot of it the love for it spawns from her dad and World War II, and the whole nation came together. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
The queen was coronated not that long after as a young queen, and so there's an entire, at least 2 generations completely that really were into that side of things.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I totally get that side of it, and I think that's like that's the easily respectable point of view, right? I totally get that, you know. I'm just like, for me, my mind automatically goes to like, I bet there's a lot of people that hate the Queen and the idea of the Queen, you know, like, because the first time I heard about this, it was like, the reaction I heard was, thank God, you know, like someone said thank God, and I was like, whoa, all right, we're allowed to say that publicly, like it's okay now, I guess. And like,
There's been a time where you couldn't have said that,
right?
I'm not saying that I agree with those times.
Yeah,
there were kings and queens in the history that were off with his head, right?
Right.
That's an expression from, you know, a long time ago. So
yeah,
the monarchy in general, there's been evil monarchs, there's been good monarchs, there's been everything in between.
right.
Just like every CEO, just like every football manager, every
yeah.
human being, there's been good ones and bad ones, and that's like the Queen never did anything to what her relatives may have done, or what might have been done in the background. Nothing ever. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really a royal family person. I never really think about them. To me, they open new hospitals and you know, do stuff for charity, and
Yeah.
never in any day did I have any interaction with the royal family that made me think, oh, you know, I'm whatever, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I get the whole, like, you know, it's like, it's just like kind of a nice, it's just like a fictional, it's like if, I mean, I hate saying this, but it's like if Kim Kardashian died in America, that's a bad comparison.
It's nothing like
Probably a good time to stop.
Stop. Okay, yeah, we're a little over the shit.
You're reaching, man.
I'm just saying, as far as like someone who doesn't really
I feel
do
like
much.
he's trying to offend me now.
No, I'm trying to think.
Actually trying.
My point is we don't have anything like a queen in America. Like,
Well, it's
Barbara Oprah?
certainly isn't Kim fucking Kardashian.
no, but who is it? But who is it then? Hillary Clinton or Nancy Pelosi? Or, you know,
I said on my stream
Mary-
today, I honestly don't think you would get it if you hadn't grown up with it.
No, I get that aspect. I'm just saying, like, there's no equivalent. There's no equivalent in the States. Is my point.
Yeah,
There just isn't.
The equivalent would be the president, but it would be if the president was the president forever.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it would be like if, let's not use a bad president. Like, who do you consider a good one? Obama? I don't know.
But that's the thing. There isn't any. Like, there.
No, but we have a prime minister that's in charge of the government. The Queen is not in charge of the government. So any government decisions don't go through the royal family. It's not like it used to be centuries ago, where the king was the final say.
Right. Okay.
But what I'm saying is, it would be like the closest equivalent for you would be if Obama was president from now until the day he died. That would be the closest thing to it.
Yeah. But there has to be, like, okay, yeah. Obama had power though. Did the Queen have proper power when she was 25?
No, because there was a prime minister.
Right.
I think the royal family had more to do with certain decisions up until around World War II, but they basically, Winston Churchill was pretty much the first one to be like, this is what we're going to do. And,
Okay.
I don't know where that cutoff was. I never learned about that, but it's a complete separate entity to the government. It used to be, like I said, there's been evil monarchs, there's been good monarchs, and if you go through history, you can read about it. It's fascinating. We learned about it in school a little bit. Certain kings that, you know, Henry VIII, you've all heard of Henry VIII, had 7 wives.
Right.
You know about that guy? Like,
I don't know about that guy.
Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived is the rhyme. So he had 2 of his wives beheaded at the Tower of London. When you start to look into the history of it, there's a ton. And,
Yeah, it's like a ancient.
And
Almost.
like I said, at some point, the power was taken away from the royals for a reason, so that you're supposed to have a democratic government, much like you would have, or you're supposed to have, right?
Right.
So the power was taken away from the royals to give it back to the people more, so that you couldn't have an evil king or evil queen like a dictator.
Right, exactly. But yeah. I'm just thinking, like, who is known by all people in America, basically.
It's
I know it's not the same.
It cannot. Okay, you can answer that, but it cannot be a celebrity, because the Queen is not like a celebrity. She wasn't on Love Island. Okay, she was the fucking Queen.
That's what I mean. She was just the queen. Like
Yeah,
that's a celebrity.
You can't use this. No, it's not like a celebrity. Like, she wasn't on Big Brother. She wasn't married to a pop star. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I was just trying to push my buttons.
No, I'm not trying to push your button. I'm just trying to figure out who the closest to the queen is in America.
Well,
That's all.
You said Kim Kardashian.
Because she's like the most well-known female, the oldest well-known female in America.
I don't think you're ever gonna live that down, Cart.
Well, what other, like Oprah? Maybe Oprah.
Sure, Oprah.
Oprah, Barbara Walters, Joan Rivers.
Better than Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, Oprah.
Yeah, but I feel like in the modern era, when Kim Kardashian's 96, everyone in their lifetime will have known Kim Kardashian.
No, that's not true.
I don't know if that's true, actually.
Unfortunately, that might.
Maybe this is a very telling of my
What I don't
male
understand
childhood.
What I don't understand is, why are people in America so obsessed with the Queen and the Queen's death?
Because the Premier League was canceled.
That's it.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. We're well over time, guys.
We don't have anything
Yeah.
like it.
I guess we don't have anything like it. Yeah, I guess so.
We
Yeah,
need
yeah.
another Englishman on this show.
We do. We do.
I feel outnumbered. Actually, Highly's been very, very diplomatic about this. So Highly.
Hey, I'm not pushing the Kim Kardashian
Because I'm
thing.
Canadian. That's
Actually, Hoff as well. Hoff's been very.
Hey, man, my people were ruled by the, the imperial. No, that has nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that.
all right.
All right, guys, we'll call it there. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining. We went well over time tonight, so we're just gonna end it there. Good night, guys.
Thank you, guys.
See you guys.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Holy hell! What did I almost got myself? What happened?
Canceled.
It all happened so quickly.
Yeah, you're gonna get cancelled.
Man.
I'm gonna
try
my dad joke in the chat.
Oh yeah, just say it right now. Say it right now. You want to say it?
What's orange and sounds like a parrot?
What's orange and sounds like a parrot? I don't know.
Yeah, a carrot.
Okay, we're going back to the other screen. All right, good night, guys.